Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Boost! I'm YouTube famous now, available in 2018. The album, Dad. AF. Money changes everything. All right. Boost. Let's talk about some money today. How about that, right? Okay, let's get in here. We're going to talk about money and this whole idea of how much influencers are going to get paid. Are they going to get paid $60,000? Are they going to get paid $100,000? $250,000? I have heard some people get paid $250,000. Am I surprised? Not really. Do I think it's absurd? Absolutely. Do I wish I was paid $200? Sure, I would love that all day long. Anyway, I'd love the Dollar Tree to send me a check for $200. Thank you for all those poopy to chiffon dolls you bought. Anyway, let's get right into this, okay? So if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. I think it was like a month and a half, 2 months ago, there was all this discussion about how much influencers are really paid to do sponsorships, to do paid placement, and we're gonna talk about paid placement in a second, and all that kind of stuff, right? And it just was this, huge issue, and everybody was talking about it. I talked about it. I did a couple videos about it. Marlena Stell from Makeup Geek came out, and she talked about how she couldn't afford to pay these, outlandish, sponsored, post, whatever. So all this kind of money that it was going to cost and all this kind of stuff. And I think she threw out a number, and I think the number she threw out was $60,000. Now, that's an important number, and we're going to come to that in just a second, because people want proof, and I have the proof, so we're going to talk about it. But she talked about, I think, $60,000 or $75,000 or something like that. And then James Charles and Toddy Westbrook came out and they talked about it. And they did this get ready with me. Well, it wasn't a get ready with me. They went to like Sephora and did the, it's like supermarkets, that game show back in the day. I did a whole video on this, right? And they came in and they were talking about it. And they were talking about people that don't disclose their sponsorships, which I still don't understand. And they were talking about how... like James went in and listen, I ain't got my glasses on, I can't do math, y'all know that, right? Okay, but he went in and he talked about like mainstream advertising compared to like influencer YouTube advertising, and how like if you are like a mainstream company and you're hiring a celebrity or hiring models or whatever, you have to, hire the photographer, you have to hire the videographer, you have to hire the place that you have to fly everybody in where you're gonna do the shoot. You have to do all this, right? Over and it was gonna cost so much money, and the return is just about this amount of money. But if you did it with a YouTuber, it was a lot cheaper. So it would make sense to pay them these high amount of money, right? But then something interesting happened after that, glamour shots. Now that all was really interesting to me, right? And it did make a lot of sense from a business point of view, and I said that in my video. But then something interesting kind of happened after that. Everybody went silent. Nobody talked about it anymore. It was like we had kind of forgotten about it, right? It was like, oh, I guess we all cared how much these influencers make, and now we don't care anymore, right? So I kind of just sat there and I was like watching all this. I was going to see if other people talked about it, and not a lot of other people talked about it. Not a lot of beauty influencers talked about it and whatever. And I actually thought it was interesting that a lot of the beauty influencers at the time were staying rather silent about all this. Okay, so we're going to talk about proof today, because I found this article in Variety magazine. Now, I found it 2 days ago when it came out, but it is now, I would say, on every pop culture fashion magazine. They've written an article about it, and on major websites that are fashion oriented. And this is about fashion, but I'm going to tie it into beauty, because I think that it plays a very important role in the beauty influencer community as well, because beauty and fashion go together. We already know that. And we are going to be talking about Lucas Sabat. Now, if you don't know who Lucas Sabat is a 20-year-old Instagram influencer model. He comes from fashion parents. He has also appeared on the TV show Grownish, and he was recently, supposedly, allegedly, dating Kourtney Kardashian for a brief moment, right? So, this article comes out the other day. Lucas Sabat sued for failure to influence. Now, before I get into this, okay? Influence. Failure to influence. This influence stuff is kind of becoming a big deal, right? Now, before I get into this, you might be saying to yourself, yes, but Peter, you're a drama channel of the world talking about beauty influencers. What is this possibly? Well, I'm going to show you right here, okay? So I went into Lucas' Instagram, and Lucas' Instagram has 1.4 million followers. Can you even imagine? I can't, not for one moment. And the reason this number is important, okay, is because when all these people are talking about how much money they spend, Marlena talked about this, that you want to get somebody that has a lot of reach. You want to get somebody that has a lot of influence. And what that can be determined by is, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody just has a huge following. It also means that somebody that has a huge following is also getting a lot of like attention on a picture, or they're getting tons and tons of traffic. Does that make sense? So at the same time, it would make sense if you had somebody that had, let's say, 10,000 followers, but they were getting 10,000 views a picture. They were getting 100%, okay, viewership over a picture. So that would be somebody that would probably be high, that you should invest in, you know, to do some ads for, send them PR products or whatever, because you're going to get a lot of return for your money, if that makes sense. If you even want to send them, you know, like, or pay them like a cheaper amount, it would make more sense than paying somebody $60,000, okay? So he has 1.4 million followers, and he gets the same amount of views on his pictures as the people that I'm about to talk about. So I went in here and I looked at all of the Instagrams of the beauty influencers. For example, Manny MUA has 4.7 million followers on Instagram. Patrick Starr, 4.6 million followers on Instagram. James Charles, 8.9 million followers on Instagram, which means he has 8 times more influence than this Lucas Sabat, okay? And Nikki Tutorials, 11.2 million followers on Instagram. We're talking about small countries here, okay? She has 10 times as much influence as somebody that is getting paid, and we're gonna talk about this in a second, $60,000. So, it makes you wonder then, and I'm not allegedly, I'm just saying, okay, make sure wheels turn, that if somebody like him is getting paid $60,000, what is somebody getting paid that is 10 times that amount of influence, okay? Can you even imagine? So, let's go in here now and let's read this article. Lucas Sabat sued for failure to influence. Influencer Lucas Sabat was sued on Tuesday for failing to live up to an agreement to promote Snap Spectacles on his Instagram account. We're not talking about YouTube. We're not talking about a 20-minute video. We're not talking about a tutorial. We are talking about an Instagram picture and story. Can you even imagine? I'm posting pictures of my dogs and stuff. I ain't getting paid for all that, okay? PP, I love you, but listen, I'm not getting paid, okay? Put PP up in a cute costume. Nobody cares. No, they're not paying me $10. They're just not. Okay. Sabat 20 was photographed in September at events with Kourtney Kardashian. People recently reported that the pair split after briefly dating. He also appears on the Freeform series Grownish and has 1.4 million Instagram followers. PR Consulting says it signed an influencer agreement with Sabat on September 15th, the day after he was first photographed with Kardashian, which apparently carries a lot of weight, right? Well, a lot of these beauty influencers also did videos with the Kardashians. I think recently, James Charles, he just did a video with Kylie Jenner. The PR, which is important because she was just found to be, I think, the fashion icon of the century. So, like, that's a pretty big deal, right? The PR company filed a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court alleging that Sabat breached his agreement to post 3 Instagram stories and 1 post to his Instagram feed in which he would be wearing the spectacles, okay? 1 picture, 3 stories. That story could be like 3 seconds long of him just wearing it, walking somewhere, getting a coffee or something. Who'd care? Seriously? Get ready, okay? Sabat made only 1 Instagram story. He's so lazy. So lazy of the world. Sabat made only 1 Instagram story and 1 post to his feed and did not submit the post to PR Consulting for pre-approval, the suit alleges. And then it goes on here to talk about an agreement to be, he agreed to be photographed in public wearing the spectacles during the Milan or Paris Fashion Weeks, according to the lawsuit. Under the contract, Sabat was to be paid $60,000, with $45,000 paid up front. The suit seeks reimbursement of the $45,000 plus another $45,000 in additional damages. Snap recently launched new styles for Spectacles 2. Its second-generation camera eyewear, the first version debuted at kiosks in 2016. So right here, okay, per this article in Variety in the New York Supreme Court, an influencer was paid $60,000, okay, for an Instagram story, or 3 Instagram stories, and 1 post, and also to just wear these stupid sunglasses out, or glasses, or whatever they are. Who'd care? Not me, okay? I'd give you 20 if you wanted it for $60,000. Okay, so let me just put this in perspective for you, okay? 20 years old, $60,000, goes on a few dates with Kardashian. I can't keep any of this straight anymore, okay? The reason this is important to all of us out there is that I Google searched and looked up the median income in the United States. Between 2015 and 2016, U.S. median household income rose 3.2% from $57,230 to $59,039, according to a new report released by the U.S. Census Bureau. Oh my God! Those census people get you every time. They just want to know everything about, look at my hair. I got my hair cut today earlier. You think it looks nice? Anyway, they want to know everything about you. Those census people, did you watch my census rant? I have 2 of them up now, okay? Those census people are crazy. They won't let you, they're stalkers of the world. It's now the highest income year on record, beating the previous high of $58,655 in 1999. So based on that, that was 2016. We can guesstimate. Do you like that word? Okay. We can guesstimate that it's probably around $60,000 the average income, okay? Family income. So the average, that could be 2 parents working, whatever. Kids, all that kind of stuff. The average median income in the United States is about $60,000, which is what Lucas Sabat got paid for 4 pictures. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? Seriously, okay? You can break that shit down in a video. You can make that look all the way that you want. I don't really care, okay? But when we got people out here as teachers, police officers, probation officers, hostesses at Walmart, working in bookstores, waiting tables, and they're pulling in $60,000, but somebody makes that much off of wearing 1 picture or posting 1 picture and 3 Instagram stories, and they're too lazy to even do that. Give me a break, okay? You need to be hiring somebody else. That is ridiculous to me. Can you guys even believe that? Okay, so I ain't even going to give you a breath to think about that. Now let's talk about this, why this is important. I was thinking about this from a personal point of view, right? That we want to act like, okay, that's a lot of money. Well, why would companies invest that kind of money? Do we really think they're getting that kind of return? Let's talk about product placement for a second, all that kind of stuff. Now, I think it was 3 or 4 months ago, I saw a picture of Brett Man walk, or he did a story. I think he and Nikita Dragon were walking somewhere in Hawaii. I don't know. They have the best life, all those people, don't they? They just have the most glamorous life. They were walking somewhere, and they had these Birkenstock, they had black Birkenstocks. Now, I don't know if they were the plastic ones like I end up getting that I've worn every day. It's November 1st. I'm still wearing them in the rain outside. It's 46 degrees. It's cold. My feet are freezing, but socks with Birkenstocks look stupid. Don't do it. Just don't, okay? But I bought them. Why? Because I saw that they had them on, and I thought, well, that looks kind of cool. I like them. I want to get those. So I went and I found them up in the DSW. If you don't know what the DSW is, that's the designer shoe warehouse. Basically, it's where you get shit for cheap. It doesn't matter, but it's just shit for cheaper, right? Okay, well, I don't even know how long ago this was. Probably 5 to 10 years ago. Here's my bag that I carry with me every day, okay? I carry it everywhere I go. It's a North Face. You can see how dirty it is. Seriously. It's a North Face. I'm probably right now, some of you are going to you're like, I got to have these things, see? And I ain't even getting paid for this shit. I ain't getting paid $60. I ain't getting no free dinners at Bob Evans. I ain't getting nothing, okay? Even my good old Judy Misty back in the day, she got $5 blowjobs with $2 and 2 for $5, but I don't even get paid all that. It's ridiculous. So anyway, but I had to have this bag. Now, you want to know why this bag is special? Hold on, I'm going to tell you why. The North Face Isabella bag, see? I had to have this one. Now, why do I have to have this one? Are you ready for this? And some of you, let's just be honest if we've done this, okay, boys and girls in drama class. I saw a picture of Matthew McConaughey going to the beach, shirtless, with this on his shoulder, like this, okay? Or going to the, I think he was, and then there was another one of him in the airport. And I was like, well, hell, if I have that backpack, I'm going to look like Matthew McConaughey. I gotta have that backpack. I'm losing all my kinds of stuff here. I gotta have that backpack. That backpack, listen, people all the time, they be saying up in my videos, okay? You sure sound a lot different than you look on video. And I know right now what y'all are thinking is you thought that bag was gonna turn you into Matthew McConaughey. Well, shit, it sure wasn't gonna change my voice. Let's just be for real all day long. So anyway, I love when I get that comment. But, so I had to go have that bag, right? Now, I love that bag. I've had it ever since. Now, these 2 things that I bought, I stand behind and I really believe it. Now, not too long ago, I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was celebrating my anniversary. And there's this guy that I follow on Instagram, okay? I don't know what his name is. It doesn't matter. It starts something with G, I think, okay? And he and his wife and their kids, they have like the most fantastic family in the entire world. It's the guy that owns Sir with Lisa Vanderpump, okay? Well, he has had this hat in a couple pictures. Well, not this exact hat, because I got the corduroy one that was more expensive. But he had the baseball hat, right? That said Icon on it. Man, I saw that picture and I was like, I gotta have that hat. I gotta have it. Now, if you watch my vlogs at that point, what you know is that that's a $160 hat, okay? I didn't shop in Vegas. I didn't buy nothing, all right? And I went into that store, D Squared. See, look, it's D Squared right here, okay? I got on the website and I looked to see if it was on sale. It wasn't on sale. I went into the store twice, not once, but twice. I went back and I had to buy it. And I finally bought the hat. So I was like, I'm going to treat myself. I don't ever buy anything and I wear hats all the time. I need a new hat. See, so I bought it. $160, right? So do I think that D Squared got their money back? Absolutely. They at least got my $160 back for one picture. I mean, even if they just paid the dude $160, which I don't even think they did. I think he just bought the hat and he's probably wearing it in the picture. So paid placement, sponsorships, and all this kind of shit works. We know it does. I just proved to you 3 things that work, and I don't even know if any of those people got paid for that stuff. You know, my husband showed me a picture the other day of the Kardashians, and they all went as Victoria's Secret angels for Halloween. Did y'all see this? Okay? And he was like, do you know that Victoria's Secret loaned them the wings to wear? Who tells the Kardashians no? Let's just be for real, okay? Nobody, not even Kanye, okay? So Victoria's Secret, let's think about this for a second. They loan the Kardashians these wings to wear for Halloween. Well, I think that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, don't we all just want to be a Victoria's Secret angel? I mean, and maybe my next life. Is that even real for anybody? Oh my God, like except for Adriana Lima. So anyway, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this and I'm thinking, sure, because every person's going to see them in these wings, right? And then what's that going to make them think? Victoria's Secret. Well, now I got to go into Victoria's Secret and I got to get my bra, see? I got to go get my most expensive bra in the entire world because you know Victoria's Secret's got the most expensive bras in the entire world. My mother, she watched a show on Oprah. I don't know if you ever saw this one about how, because my mother always had back pain. She was real big breasted. She thought she was a triple. This is too much to share. Mother, I know. My mother, she would not care because she would want women to be educated about this. True story, okay? My mother thought she was a triple D all her life. And that might not sound like a lot to some people, but she was 5 foot and her back hurt all the time. Her dream was for a breast reduction. That's all she wanted her whole life, right? So she saw this show on Oprah one time. Y'all are like, what does this have to do with anything? Just wait, it does. So she saw this show on Oprah, okay? And the show was about how to go in somewhere like Nordstrom, they said, get your breast size, and then you'll find out your appropriate bra size, and it'll take away back pain from you. My mother was like, well, here's the answer to the world. See, Oprah, she probably got paid for that. We wonder how Oprah has so much damn money. Well, now we know. Paid sponsorships by Nordstrom for bra sizing. It's not that deep, okay? Oprah, I figured you out. So my mom goes into Nordstrom and she gets size for bras, but she likes Victoria's Secret better. So she goes in there, she calls me on the phone. You know what she says? If you've watched my vlogs, you know this. I told the story. She goes, I am so embarrassed. And I said, what? She goes, all this time I thought I was a triple D. And I go, well, what are you? She goes, I'm a J. She goes, hell, I didn't even know they made J's. So she went in Victoria's Secret and she had to buy a bra that was a J special order, she said, and everything. $200. Who has that kind of money? Well, I guess if you see Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian, all of them with the wings, you're going to go in there and you're going to feel like you have to have that, aren't you? And they wear that stinky perfume. I can't stand that, but my husband wears that very sexy for men, and I do love that. But anyway, all I'm saying is that this kind of stuff, okay, this paid placement and how much money they're making, they don't want to own it, but the truth of the nature is they are getting paid that much money, and the companies are paying them because they know it works. They know it works. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying James and Toddy and all of these people are getting paid that amount of money. Maybe they're not, you know. Maybe they're like, oh, no, I don't need to make that kind of money. But there are some influencers out there that are, okay? And we just found proof with Lucas Sabat that he did not do what he said he was going to do. Can you even imagine if all you had to do was post 3 Instagram stories, a picture, and get photographed going to fashion shows in Milan and Paris because your life's so difficult like that? What were you doing? Too busy hitting up the next Kardashian sister that's single? Anyway, I just can't. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think it's very interesting. I'd like to kind of know really truly how much some of these influencers are getting paid. And if, like, if these YouTube influencers, beauty influencers are getting paid this kind of money, then when we talk about like, you know, celebrities, mainstream celebrities that are wearing a backpack or whatever, are they getting paid as well? And how much? Like, that's got to be big level money. You know what I mean? So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.